Hi Gemini, welcome to December 2016. You're having tons of fun in December, and this is good news. And that's because your full moon is awesome, and it is in positive energy flow with Uranus and Jupiter and Mars. There's a grand air trine off of your full moon. You get one new moon a year and one full moon a year. So you're at your half birthday. Whenever planets go into your opposite sign, for you as Sagittarius, you're at you're looking at the 180. It's 6 months since your birthday, and you're looking at everything you've done up until this time, and now the world is letting you know what they think about it. Oppositions are always awarenesses that come to us through other people, external events, and every full moon is an opposition between the sun and the moon. This full moon has a grand air trine off of it, with Mars in Aquarius, your sister sign, Jupiter in Libra, your sister sign, pouring positive energy into your full moon and any planets you have in Gemini, your sun in Gemini, your moon, your Mercury, your Venus, your rising sign, all being supported by Mars and Jupiter. And this is good news because this is your full moon, and it's uplifting and inspiring, it's innovative, it's intuitive, and it's practical because Saturn is coupled with the sun in Sagittarius opposing the moon. And it is about being practical and creative. And Saturn is forming a positive energy flow with Uranus. This is the energy we've been waiting for all year. And Saturn positive energy flow with Uranus trine goes exact on December 24th and then May 18th and July 11th, 2017. So this energy is going to be around for a while. And that's good news because it's creating this base of positive energy that is a foundation of creativity. The reason you're here is to be creative. Yes, to experience love and to be creative. And you have a highly creative full moon. So this is very exciting. And now is the time for you to set your intention for what you want to create in December and all of next year until you get your next full moon or your new moon when we move into Gemini, whether your birthday is in late May or June. And so this is a fantastic energy. I love this energy. It's incredibly exciting. And with this grand trine with Mars and Jupiter, it is expanding consciousness, it's innovation, it's creative, it's good for relationships, because you do have Jupiter in the area of true love, romance, creative self-expression. And Uranus is in the area of the love you receive from others. And Jupiter opposing Uranus is the best aspect there ever is. It is sudden luck, sudden opportunities, sudden windfalls, breakthroughs, good things happening, exciting things happening. Maybe there's some goal you finally reached that you've been wanting for a really long time. And in December you see it. And it's incredibly exciting. And with Mars at the top of the chart, he goes into Pisces on the 19th, and that starts bringing the energy to what you do in the world, your destiny in the world, your career, your achievement in the world. And so Mars is climbing to the top. Venus is there too, because she moves into, she enters Aquarius on the 8th, but then she starts trining Jupiter on the 25th. That's sudden opportunity, sudden luck, sudden breakthrough. And for you, it could be like something happens in the love area where you meet someone or someone you've liked, it just starts to come together. Or it can also be your creativity, that you really are tapping into higher power, higher consciousness, and it's just downloading into you. Like your higher self is just downloading these ideas and stimulation, and you want to be receiving. So you want to make sure you're meditating and taking time for yourself, taking time for your creativity, because there's tremendous creative energy in here for you. And if you've been feeling confused or lost by this Neptune energy or Saturn in opposition to you, this energy could come in and give you a new opening, a new door opening. Because sometimes when we're in a Saturn cycle or a Neptune cycle, we're in transition, and they're very spiritual in that we can feel that sense that we're not in control of things, that we can't control anything. And there are times where you go through loss, where they just take the job or they take the relationship, or you're just no longer interested in the job or the relationship or where you're living. But then you're just kind of sitting there going, okay, well, what do I do now? What's next? And they haven't shown you that yet. They being your higher self, higher power, consciousness, super consciousness, God, creator, for you, whatever you define higher power. And so you're in there and you're in that place where you're feeling like, okay, you took the house, you took the dog, you took the car, you took the guy, you took the, the country western songs, when you play the record backwards, you get your house back, you get your car back, you get your best friend Jack back, sometimes you can have that feeling with the Saturn, and the Neptune, just, where did everyone go? Where did everything go? And then, well, what's new? What's coming in? So you've been in this cycle for some of you where you've been waiting for the new. You've been waiting for the idea to hit you, what you're supposed to do. This could be it, because it's all in air signs. Mars in Aquarius, Jupiter in Libra, Moon in Gemini. You're an air sign. These are your sister signs. And they're ideas. These are the thinking signs. These are the signs of using both sides of your brain. Your left, your right. You're using your analytical. You're using your intuitive. You're using all of your brain power. And when it harmonizes like this is gifts from the gods, where Creator comes down and says, okay, here's what you're supposed to be doing now. Here's the path you're to be on. Here's the journey you are to take. So be open to new experiences. Be open to new ideas. Be open to the new you that's being born out of the ashes of the past, right? When Saturn is opposing, we're always at a 29-year low. And, we all go through Saturn cycles. All of us are going through it. I feel like my whole life is some Saturn cycle. And, when he's opposing like this, you're in the cycle of completion. And he is in the area of relationships. And wherever Saturn is where we're being examined and tested. And so he's been examining all of your relationships. He's been testing your relationships. So for some of you, you've had some, pretty powerful confrontations with your partner or your business partner, or your clients, your colleagues, your customers. And that is your opportunity to really come to awareness of what it is that you want in your love, in your relationship, in your life. Saturn's the one that brings it to you. Saturn's the one that gets you there. But he first takes what we're doing or how we're doing it. He changes that. He examines it and says, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you giving all your power away? Why are you doing all the work in the relationship? Are you receiving in your relationship? Why do women think that they're always the one responsible for relationship? Why? Right? If you're in a relationship with a man, he's half responsible too. Both people in the relationship are responsible for the relationship. And so Saturn, if you're being too codependent, or if you're doing all the work, Saturn's going to point it out. And it's not always pretty when we have to look at what we're doing. It's like, oh, why did you have to show me that? But it's to get you where you want. You want to be with someone who's generous with you. You want to be with a giver. And that's what the universe is working to show you at this time. And when you create that space within yourself where you're the soulmate to you, where you are generous with you, where you are kind with you, where you're putting yourself first, that's healthy selfishness. When you do what's right for you, Gemini, it's right for everyone else. When you're not doing what's right for you, it's not right for them either. So get in alignment with what's right for you. Do what's right for you, and then you're fully available to your soulmate, to your partner, to your spouse, to your children, to everyone. And that's what it's about. And so this is a fabulous full moon for you. I love this full moon. Uranus is sextile in the moon and trine in the sun, trine in Saturn. This is about making positive changes in your life. This is about making constructive changes. Doesn't have to be ugly, doesn't have to be nasty, doesn't have to be harsh. It can be graceful. You can smoothly move on to the new location. You can smoothly move on to the new job, the new business. And you can be excited about the change. You can feel good about the change. You can be ready for change. I love the new opportunities that are now in my life. I love the changes I'm making. I love the way it feels. It's exhilarating. And you could be feeling this because, you know, the sun is in positive energy flow. It goes exact on the 13th, but it's on at your full moon with Uranus. And Uranus, when it trines like this, it brings new opportunities, new relationships, new money-making ideas. New ideas to be prosperous and abundant, to have fun too. This is a very celebratory energy. Gemini is a party sign. I know some of you haven't been feeling like that lately because of the Neptune energy and the Saturn energy you've had to contend with, but those will pass off. And when the sun is in Sagittarius, we are celebrating. We're celebrating the holidays, we're celebrating the closure of the year, and those south of the equator are celebrating summer. And those of us in the winter, we're counting the days till spring. And so it's a very celebratory energy. Gemini is a party sign. And so this is a party full moon. And it is about using your practicality, your rational mind. You guys are rational. You're the thinkers. And it's also about using your higher mind, the superconscious mind, the intuition, and expanding consciousness. And it's very exciting. It's positive, it's practical, it's uplifting. And it's bringing you sudden opportunities. You could suddenly reach a goal you've always wanted to have happen. It could just fall in your lap, or it could just appear. And you're like, whoa, I've been wanting this forever. And now it's happening. You could have creative new insights, like all of a sudden you see into the relationship, or you see into the friendship, or you see into the situation, and you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. That's why that person behaves that way, or that's why he's doing it like that. And then you're empowered because you understand what's motivating people, what's creating their behavior, and what's pushing your buttons, what's, making you, feel a certain way, right? And that's what it's all about, right? Power comes from the choices we're making. Power comes from really being grounded in the now. Our power is here today. Whenever you're watching this or listening to this, this is your power day. Today is your power day. The decisions you make today determine your future. There's no power in the future. You're not there yet. So when you go out into the future, it just gets scary because we're not there yet. Bring yourself back to the now. Breathe, anchor. I'm here now and I am powerful. You are powerful, no matter what's going on with Neptune. And yes, Neptune washes things away and we can feel lost, but really you're in the hand of Creator. Neptune is the god of the seas, of the ocean. And it's all about increasing your spirituality, increasing your creativity, raising your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you expand consciousness. And it's all about your spiritual growth. Mars enters Pisces on the 19th, and then your ruling planet goes retrograde on the 19th. Mr. Mercury takes a turn, and he enters Capricorn on the 2nd, and he retrogrades on the 19th, and then he moves direct on the 8th of January. And then you get this fabulous window of opportunity, January 8th through February 5th, when Jupiter goes retrograde. So we've got this amazing window of opportunity that we didn't have coming into 2016. We didn't have much working for us going into 2016. I had to look really hard to find the good in there. It was very challenging. 2017 is much better. And that's because we've got this wide window going in, which is great for new opportunity, expansion of consciousness, start a new business, start a new job, move, start a new relationship, whatever we want to start, anything we want to begin. This is an energy to do it. And so we're planting our seeds in fertile ground that'll grow through the year and the years to come. And Saturn is trining Uranus. This is phenomenal energy. This is phenomenal. This is creative and innovative and in practical ways. And Jupiter's involved in it. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is the one that opens doors to good luck and opportunities and goals you've wanted to achieve forever. And he's in positive energy flow with Saturn. And he's lighting up Uranus. And so this is creating this new base of energy for 2017. That's why I'm doing these two new webinars in 2017, January 24th. One is on being a powerful manifester, and the other is on the love power, or the power of love. And so you have a really good opportunity here, because Uranus is in Aries, and Aries sextiles Gemini. That's opportunity. All you got to do is say, yes, I will take that new job. Yes, I will be your new friend. Yes, I will start that new business. And Jupiter is in Libra, and it trines you. That's sudden opportunities. That is goals being achieved. That's doors opening for you. And it is in the area of love, but it's also about your creative self-expression. The more creative we are, the more joy we bring to what we do, the more doors open for us, the more ideas that we come to be prosperous, be successful, be happy. And that's what it's all about. So in Capricorn, the sun goes into Capricorn on the 21st. Mercury is in retrograde in Capricorn. For you, that brings the action to intimacy, trust. You're looking at who you trust. Shared resources, your partner's values, your partner's money. Now, the Capricorn new moon is there on the 29th, and it's a really good new moon because the sun and the moon are coupled together in Capricorn, and they're in positive energy flow with Neptune and Mars. They're sextiling. And that pours positive energy into the new moon. So this is a very inspiring new moon, and it can be very helpful in your work because Mars is now in that area of your destiny in the world, your reputation in the world, the business you own or the company you work for, or for those of you who are retired or don't have to work. It's how you individually present your unique contributions to society. And so this is a very good energy. With Mercury retrograde there, this is the time to have a talk with your partner. How are you sharing resources? How are you taking care of debt? How are you set up in your structure to pay your bills? And now Mars is going to cross over Neptune, right after the new moon, at the end of the month, and you definitely want to be, not doing any pie in the sky around New Year's Eve, because Mars coupled with Neptune can be deceitful actions or someone being dishonest. And so, and this is coming from, what you're doing in the world. So this has more to do with the work. And so, if someone's promising you something, at this time, don't believe it. Go by people's behavior. Don't go by words of promise. People can promise us anything. It's always the walk, never the talk. If people follow through in their behavior, then you can believe in what they're saying. But if the behavior doesn't match the promises, they're just telling you a good story. And Mars coupled with Neptune can be a lot of storytelling. And so, and with Mercury retrograde, oh man. So this is, the potential for a lot of storytelling going on here. So if anybody's promising you money or a bonus and they didn't deliver it, before the new moon, up until, say, the 26th, then it's either not going to happen or it will happen in January. And so, just be aware of it, is that we all have to deal with Neptune, and Mars is crossing over Neptune, and we all have this somewhere in our chart, and so we all have to navigate this. There's 90% of the energy in December is very good, and it is about you. It's your full moon, and all of the aspects off that full moon. And those aspects are hanging around all month and into next year. And, people can only deceive us if we let them. Trust your instincts. Do your homework. When Mercury's retrograde, he says do your homework. Go back over things. Make sure whatever a salesman is promising you or a boss is promising you, that they're going to deliver, right? And that's your job. There is so much positive energy in here. Saturn in positive energy flow with Uranus exact on the 24th, and then on that May 18th and July 11th. Then Venus trine Jupiter on the 25th. And Venus will sextile Saturn and Uranus on the 25th. That is really good news. And that is good for your partnerships. It's good for, the money you're making. It's good for celebrating. It's good for, getting justice, getting your just rewards. So there's a lot of good coming in here for you. There's a lot of positive that's coming in here for you that is amazingly about celebrating making it to this point, what you've accomplished, what you've achieved so far, and being very happy about what you're getting done, what you're growing, what you're creating. And that is totally exciting, incredibly exciting. So if I didn't say it already, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, may you celebrate it in total love and joy. Happy New Year, but I'll say that again because I'll be back in December for the Januaries, so I'll say that then again. And Uranus moves direct on the 29th. Uranus is the awakener. So, whatever the Neptune-Mars thing was, we'll know the truth after the 29th, especially as we go into the new year. All the truth will be revealed. And when Mercury goes direct on January 8th, the truth will be revealed. So whatever's hidden or whoever's telling this story, the truth is going to come out. And that's good, because you always want to make choices knowing the full story. And for you, like I said, it has to do with something going on at work, something going on at your place of work, where you work, or the business you own. Okay, it could be with a client, could be with your boss, it could be, something like that. But love is on, so for those of you opened to love and relationship, it's really strong for you. And, you could be meeting someone at a distance. You could be meeting someone who doesn't live in your neighborhood, but you have a really big connection to this person and you're feeling it and it's falling into place and it's magical and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. For those of you coupled, I see your relationship totally improving here in December going into the new year. That has to do with the Sagittarius sun. It has to do with Uranus and positive energy flow with Saturn in that area. Jupiter in positive energy flow with Saturn in that area. So if it's been bumpy, those bumps are going to smooth out here in December, and you'll be able to, take your relationship to the next level, rekindle the magic, rekindle the passion. It's very exciting. And for some of you, you may be completing a relationship. Full moons bring things to completion. It just depends on who you're with and where you're at. Is if you're with someone who's really right for you, it just gets a little bumpy. But if you're with someone who you've outgrown or is no longer appropriate for you, the full moon may bring it to completion. But that's good, because then you can get with one who's really right for you and makes you happy. And that's what it's about, being with your soulmate and being happy. And financially, I see it as a very good month for you too. The Capricorn new moon is going to bring your attention to debt and shared resources, and maybe you want to, with the Mercury there going over things, maybe you want to restructure some debt or eliminate debt, or restructure your billing cycle, or really take a look at the shared resources and how you are sharing the responsibilities and what you can do to improve things in that area. Spiritually, you're growing, and it is a time for you to spiritually expand and tap into that spiritual power, bringing it down to earth so you can use it in your everyday life. I'm not seeing any challenges to your health, so if you're taking good care of yourself, you're going to feel great in December. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my podcast. Gemini, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock! And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, what's coming up for you in 2017 and 2018, it's very easy. That link is below in the Show More section. You go to my astrology page, you purchase a consultation. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, and we're working together. I also have 2 amazing webinars coming up here, live events in January on money manifestation, prosperity manifestation, being abundant, using this energy, using the power of coaching to become a powerful manifester and manifest what you want. I'm also doing the love program, using love attraction principles and the power of intention. Focusing your intention on what you want is so important to really getting clear and attracting what you want. So focus your intention on what you want to create in December and next year, and watch it manifest. I'd love to see you there. And until next time, I'm just so thrilled that your full moon is awesome and magical. You deserve it. Love is magic. Love transforms ordinary days into magical days. The power of love is in my hair, that's like a hither stare. It strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, that crazy witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you wasn't needing me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you lead me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I'd never switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you.